time to make all the wrongs I've committed alright. I need some answers to all these questions. I've tried to put it off, but my destiny beckons. I didn't wanna go, but I had to get some help. I was cared for by people who helped give me well. Hate to see you this way, so deep in denial, but I don't judge you, baby, you're not on trial. I know what you're feeling, cause I've been there before.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Dallas Live. I am your host, Dr. RC. The number to call is 469 307 1642 1642. We are listening to Nelson Trout. Nelson Trout is a singer songwriter, having written over 300 songs and released four full length CDs. One of his compositions is a state theme song for the state of New Jersey. Nelson, welcome back to our program.
Yes, sir, Ravi. I'm back.
All right, very good. Okay, now. Yeah, go ahead.
Ravi, I wanted to mention to your listeners. Number one, I'd love to have them call in if anybody's got a problem. But I got an email the other day, actually yesterday, where a woman bought two copies because she's going to give them as Christmas presents to two people that she in her family that she thinks has an addiction problem, which I thought was nice, a good idea, because this book will help you understand, what addiction is all about and what you can do about it. And and so she was going to give it to two of her. I think they were nephews for Christmas. So
yes, absolutely.
And plus, if anybody wants a signed one, they can email me at nelson.trout@aol.com.
Okay.
And then I'll give them the information. And I can sign a book and I'll send it out to them.
Okay, so here we go, ladies and gentlemen. If you want to get the book autographed by Nelson Trout, send them an email, nelson.trout@aol.com, and also you can go to the bookstores and find the book. I think it's a great Christmas gift or a holiday gift. If you find that in your family, relatives and friends having similar problems, and if you want them to read it and see how others have recovered from this terrible situation, it's a great book, a great read, and it's a great holiday present. It's a great book. Nelson, most welcome. Nelson, coming back to our third segment, the time is flying by here. Okay.
Oh yeah, well, we've covered a lot of ground, and the best thing to do is, like you said actually earlier, is the book is a good, easy read, and it can help people that are in some kind of addiction of any kind. It can really help them, and it can help friends and loved ones too. So that's why so many people have bought them as gifts.
Well, the book is the book is a must read because it is brutally honest in terms of context and language. Now I want to ask you, Nelson, on a completely different direction. I want your opinion on this this particular and serious matter. There is also a lot of talk about legalizing drugs. If you go to Europe, especially Switzerland, then there is a place called Needle Park where you can freely exchange drugs under the supervision of the police. I mean, what is your opinion? What is your opinion on legalizing all these drugs?
Well, I don't believe in just legalizing any drug. I believe that there may be some worth to maybe just having it for that you can get it from your doctor. I think there's a couple things but I'm not even sure of those. So right now, I would say no.
Well, that is, listening to you, I understand if you legalize drugs, then what you are doing is you are giving death warrant for a number of young people who already have this quote unquote your disease of genetically, transformed diseases, where they're just going to get this drug, get stoned, and die. That's it. That's how it's going to go, right?
Yep, that's right. And as far as Needle Park goes, that's that's a terrible thing.
I,
I've seen people go through withdrawals and detox from heroin, and it's terrible. And you know, also, there's a lot of drugs out there that are hard. Like if you try to get off of them, you will have withdrawals so bad that so that's why it's good to go to a doctor or go to a rehab, because they have medication that they give you while you're going through your detox to make it easier.
right. I
That's
read
why
about in your book about the combination of alcohol and Xanax. That bad combination, and the withdrawal would be awful, right?
that's a that's the worst detox that there is. So you should go if you go to a rehab or even a detox or a hospital and tell them that you want a detox. They can give you medications that'll get you through it without you dying from a seizure or a heart attack or something like that. That's the
You
blood on
know,
the ceiling explains all that. And
some,
I have
yeah,
I have to say.
yeah. Go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Well, I was just going to say that the two rehabs that I was in really helped me a lot. And I was kind of scared to go because it's a scary thing to just leave your home and go to a place that you've never known about and try to change your entire life. And but it was fine, and they know how to take care of people. They're very kind. They're gentle. They don't let you suffer. If you try to quit on your own, you'll go through a lot of pain and anguish. And it's better to go to a rehab. And there are free rehabs too. The state-run rehabs are free. If you don't have insurance, or if you don't have the proper insurance, or you don't have the money, you can get into a state-run rehab. So if anybody out there wants to get into a rehab but they don't have any money, just call for information or find out somehow, or call that hotline that we gave out earlier, and you can find a state facility as close to your house as you can, as the closest one to your house if you'd like, or you can go further away. But you can get into those for free. So I wanted people to know that they're not.
Yes, the hotline number is 800-662-4357. Now, I want to shift away from another topic. Sometimes you find that the doctors themselves are not the ethical ones, and sometimes they ruin their patients and ruin their life of their patients. The greatest example of this is Michael Jackson. He was addicted to propofol. Propofol is a very strong central nervous system anesthetic, and it's
Right.
used only in surgery, and the man was unable to sleep, and his doctor actually not only prescribed it to him, but also he kept propofol in his own home. And propofol, I have worked on propofol myself as a scientist. I know how dangerous that is. Even a dust of propofol can knock you out. Now,
Well, on the blood on the ceiling website, there's a picture of Michael Jackson's body after he was found. It's kind of gruesome, but and also a picture of Whitney Houston. That's on the website. But,
these are also two sad cases where,
we just
unfortunately,
and then,
yeah. Go ahead.
And then, as you know, in the back of the book, there's a list of famous people that died from overdoses. I think there's 66 of them.
My goodness.
Yeah. Do you remember reading the list when you read the book?
I did not read the last part of the book because I didn't get the time. But I know that whom you are talking about. There are quite a few. Like River Phoenix, for example. There's a whole bunch of them, whole lot of them.
I've got a list of 66 in the back that everybody will know their names, and that just gives you an idea of how prevalent the situation is with the heavy duty painkillers. But sometimes you actually really do need them, like after surgery or something like this. What you're looking for is to make sure that you don't take them longer than you have to.
Correct.
Take them as prescribed. Don't take more. And when you're ready to come off of them, talk to your doctor, and he'll help wean you off of them, or he will. Doctors are a great information about where rehabs are and things like that too. So, when you try to do it yourself, it's hard. A lot of famous people that we know of, like Brett Favre, the football player,
Right.
he was addicted. He was addicted to Percocet. Rush Limbaugh, the radio guy, he was addicted to them. So they're
OxyContin.
very easy to get addicted to.
Right. Now, coming back to you, Nelson, do you have any brothers or sisters? Or you
Yes,
don't?
I have two. I have two brothers.
And how are they? Were they in the same situation, or they were spared from
No,
this
well,
calamity?
one of my youngest brother was in my situation, even worse, and he finally got off of them. He was a school teacher, and they sent him to a 3-week rehab center, and he's been fine ever since. And my other brother is a preacher, so he's he stays pretty clean.
Oh, so it looks like God has spared him. Very good. Listen, we are coming to our end of third segment. I have never had an interview where things are moving at this fast pace. Now we have heard about all the bad news, and the last part of our segment, I want to talk about the recovery and success stories, and because there is hope, and I
Oh
want
yes,
Nelson to tell all of our audience when we come back, what is this
yes.
hope, how you can achieve this hope, and what do you have to do to get your life back together. Ladies and gentlemen, you are listening to Dallas Live. I am your host, Dr. RC. The number to call is 469 307 1642, and we will be right back.